bath already?
How does a lady come to be with child?
Eloise, what a question.
I thought one needed to be married.
Whatever are you talking about?
Apparently it's not even a requirement.
Eloise, that is more than enough.
I take it the two of you? No?
Do not look at me. Have you ever visited a farm? No.
Oh! I do hope the two of you are not encouraging improper topics of conversation.
Not at all, Mother. In fact, we were just heading off to take our sticks out.
Colin Bridgerton.
A round of fencing.
You must know if we were to wed, I can never give you children. It is your dream to be a mother, is it not? To have a household full of love and laughter like the one you have known all your life. You deserve nothing less. You deserve everything your heart desires. But I cannot provide it for you.
Your Grace, what is wrong? You should have run for me.
I need you to tell me something, Rose.
How does a woman come to be with child?
Your mother...
No, my mother told me nothing. Please. No embarrassment. Explain it to me. Precisely.
Daphne. Daphne. Daphne! What did you do?
I'd hoped it was not true. I'd hoped I was mistaken, but clearly I was not.
How could you?
How could I? How could I? You lied to me.
I did not lie.
I trusted you. I trusted you more than anyone in this world, and you took advantage. You seized an opportunity, and so I did the very same.
I told you I cannot give you children.
Cannot and will not are two entirely different things. You chose this for yourself. You chose to lie to me.
I did not lie. I thought you were prepared. I thought you understood how a child came to be.
You took my future from me. The one thing I wanted more than anything, you knew. You knew that becoming a mother one day, to have a family of my own one day, you knew that was all I ever wanted.
I was prepared to die on that dueling field. Rather than marry you and take your dream away, I would have died for you. You were the one who insisted on this union. You told me I was enough.
That was before I knew you. Do you know, I even felt pity for you. Poor Simon, I thought how it must pain him to know that he will never know what it is to be a father.
Pity.
And I never asked for your betrayal.
Daphne,
You what? You what? You love me. No, you most certainly do not. You do not know the meaning of the word. You do not lie to the one you love. You do not trick the one you love. You do not humiliate the one you love. I may not know much, as you have made abundantly clear, but I do know one thing. I know that is not love.
Alright, so this is episode 6. This is the episode that everybody has an issue with as far as how Daphne tried to seduce Simon to get pregnant. In the books, it's not the same way, but a lot of people, they know how to, as I would say, it's a TV show. It's like, it didn't really happen. So I don't know why people get so upset. It's like, compartmentalize, okay? It's not that different. It's not a big deal, right? If it happened in real life, yes, but it's a TV show. It's for entertainment. So, I'll explain for my Fuji neighbors who've never seen Bridgerton, right? So, in the beginning, first part of the clip, women in this era do not understand how a baby is conceived. They don't know anything about sex until they get married. So, as we go through, where Simon knows Daphne, all she wants to be is a mom. And he tells her, lies straight to her face, and says, I can never give you children. She thinks of it as, oh, there's something wrong with him physically where he can't become a father. He didn't elaborate, saying, I ain't trying to give you no kids because my daddy did me wrong and gave me trauma. So therefore, I'm gonna end this line with me. So therefore, my dad get no satisfaction of continuing the line. So, because I think what episode 2 or 3, where Daphne doesn't understand what sex is, about how a man and woman can still be together. And she's like, there's tangible things, right, about being married. And he was like, yes, there's other things outside of that. And then she tries to ask more to get more detail. He's like, I cannot tell you that. It's like, it's not a gentleman thing to do. But she's like, yes, if were really courting me, yes, it would be a gentleman thing to do, but you're not a real suitor, are you? So we pretty much just tell her what happens between a man and woman at night is it's a continuation of what you do at night. And she was like, what do I do at night? Sleep? Like, no. So he continued to explain about how you self-pleasure yourself and then how you're going to feel a certain way, right? So we fast forward to the dual part where he explains to her why he can't give her children, not explaining that he has daddy issues. So when we get to the last clip, she finds out how he's always pulling out. And she never understood why that is until she met with another person who was showing her around the house and talking about bad seed and a woman can't get pregnant if a guy has bad seed, right? So that's where she put two and two together, and that's why she went to the person is like, tell me how a woman's to become a child and forgive her ignorance, right? Because mothers don't explain anything to their women or to their daughters at that time. So she was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this on myself, have him finish, and then see if I get pregnant. And then he's like, that's when he had his little stutter about what did you do? And then she's going to confirm or not if he was the one who was doing it on purpose not to get her pregnant. So I have no problem with the scene just because I can compartmentalize that. It's a TV show. Most people hate that scene. I'm like, they are both wrong. So I'm not going to say she was right and he was wrong. They're both wrong in this instance. That this should just been a conversation. He should have said, one, I don't want to have any kids for X, Y, and Z. Of course, that's not going to happen in those times because people did not share their feelings. And that is what it is at that point. So where he was like, I did not lie to you. I was like, yes, you did. Yes, you did lie. You told her you can't give her children. You just said, I will not give you children, or I don't want to give you children. She just said that, but he didn't. So I can feel how she feels portrayed by someone she really trusted, where he could just be honest with her. So yeah, in that aspect is like, when you're going through something, your spouse is supposed to be, you should be able to confide in your spouse, good, bad, or indifferent. And in this case, you can see the rift because the trust was gone after that. They still find each other attractive, but the trust was not there. And once you break that trust, it's hard to rebuild that trust. The trust will never be the same as what it was when you do something like that.
All right. Well, this is obviously, what do we always say? It's a thing of their time. So at some point, we just can't have excuses anymore. The fact that women, mothers, don't explain sex to their daughters? Now, I understand it's with the caveat that you're not supposed to engage in sex because you don't do that until you're going to get married. Apparently, in this show, if you kiss a girl and you get caught, you have to automatically marry. That's how it goes. Now, we've seen other Bridgerton episodes where they're doing a lot more, but they didn't marry. I guess getting caught is the situation there. That's the key thing. So, you're setting women up for failure, number one, with no information. They just find out once they're married. And if they don't know what to expect, are these women scared that night? Right? Because maybe they didn't even know that other than a function of maybe urine coming out of there, that obviously, I would think, someone tells them babies come out of there even, or not even that. How far are we going with no information? All right, so let's get away from the fact that it's going to be surprising for the woman the first time. I guess it's safe to assume the men know what happens, because obviously, if you don't get caught as a man, you can do that, right? So, like Jay brought up, Simon lied. He has daddy issues, and we've seen the scene, talking with Simon and his dad, or at least Jay told me about it, that they don't have a good relationship at all. So Simon doesn't want to carry that over. Now, a quick thing there, okay? With family, you can always break the chain. All right, I'll use in my life, my mom, she grew up parenting-wise, smacking their kids around for discipline. My mom broke that chain with me, never laid a hand on me. So you could break chains. It didn't mean just because Simon had a bad relationship with his dad, that if Simon became a dad, he would have a bad relationship with his son or daughter. That's not the case, but I guess that wasn't explained because nobody talks to anyone at that time, especially their children. So getting towards the end, I mean, Daphne found out what actually does happen to make a baby, and then we saw that apparently, I think Jay explained it to me, or for all of you that watch Bridgerton, you know this, that Simon positions himself with a pull-out method. Now, apparently it's worked all his life, forever, how many times he's done it. But this time, since Daphne knows, and this could apply to today, women take control. And she didn't, for pun intended, she did not get off of Simon. And then what happened? She knew the truth. And Simon, you saw, he was surprised as hell. Because why? Because he got caught in a lie. Daphne finally knows, so when you're informed, you know what's happening. So, Simon, just know for any of you that think like Simon, you have a bad relationship with your father or your parents in general, it doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to continue with you. You can change that. And just in general, with anything that you want to do in life, go find out for yourself, okay? It's worth checking out. And yes, the pull-out method is still 50% of the time, but hey, if it's the 50% on your side, more power to you.